So you have a small space, but you want to grow your own fruit. I'm Ben Martis, and I've been growing my own fruit and building up my perennial food systems for the past 8 years while living at a rental property. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 abundantly producing fruiting plants that are great for compact spaces. But hey, make sure you stick around to the end. I'm going to be sharing with you a bonus plant that not a whole lot of people know about. Let's get to it. All right, first up on our list, probably one of the easiest to grow and manage, the currants. Red currants, white currants, black currants, pink currants. You know, currants really slap my Sammy. And you know why? Because they produce an abundance of clusters of berries. Now, I've been picking on this one, so it's not as full as it was, but they're also incredibly versatile plants. I like growing currants on edges and fence lines, like right here. Over here, here's one. Here's another one right here. Now, there's lots of different types of currants to choose from, and they all taste a little bit different. The red ones taste kind of fruity like fruit punch. The white ones taste a little bit like pears. And the black ones, my wife and I like to joke that they taste like pork, kind of meat flavored, a little musky, a little different, a little quirky, but still pretty cool. Now, you might look at this bush and say, Ben, this is a big bush. This is an episode about compact fruit in small spaces. Well, think about it. Look at all the space underneath that's not utilized. What about all the perennial vegetables you could fit in there, or annual vegetables? You could grow your squash, you could grow your kale, you can grow all sorts of things underneath this shrub. What plant can warm my heart on a daily basis as I walk by and gorge upon its offerings as the raspberry? There's so many types of raspberries out there, and they're usually pretty easy to get at your local nursery. Now, you may have heard from people or seen yourself how raspberries can be quite spready if they're not contained. That's the key term here, contained, in some sort of container, maybe. What kind of container? Well, maybe a raised box, a large pot, some old tub you have laying around. One of my favorite things about raspberries, as many of them are everbearing, meaning that the fruits ripen irregularly, which is great for just coming by day after day, morning after morning, and grabbing a small handful for your morning breakfast, yogurt, or whatever it is you have for breakfast. Maybe you eat steak for breakfast. I do that too sometimes. Steak's pretty good for breakfast. I kind of like steak. Now, of course, there's other varieties too that ripen their fruit all at once. Jeez, sweet Georgia peach is hot. Hey, why don't you come on over here and lend me your ear for 1 second. You know, I grow lots of fruit here at the nursery, and it's really hard for me to choose just 3 plants to show you. But if you've learned anything so far that is of value, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me out a lot. Next up is probably one of my favorite fruits to grow. Now, this tree right here is Illinois Everbearing mulberry. So I'm partial to plants that have an everbearing quality to them because the fruit ripens irregularly. I'm a busy person. I don't always have the time to harvest pounds and pounds of fruit when they all ripen at the same time. I'd much rather come by on a daily basis, maybe every 2 days, harvest a few handfuls of fruit and manage the fruit load that way. And I'll encourage you again to think outside the box. Think about each tree as a mini food forest. Stacking functions. What can I grow underneath this tree to maximize the potential of this area? That's what compact gardening is all about. It's all about stacking those functions, building upon what you have. How many things can I grow in this one small area? Mulberries present a massive opportunity for people who have small spaces and they want to grow fruit because there are many different varieties of dwarving mulberries. So lots of different fruit trees can be grown on dwarving rootstock, which just means it's a type of rootstock that is less vigorous than, say, a standard rootstock for that type of fruit tree. And the result is going to be a smaller tree, which is great for small spaces. Hey, get your hand off that controller. We're about to go talk about that bonus plant. This is columnar apple. Columnar apples are a specialty variety of apple tree. Who thunk it? Columnar apples are a specialty variety of apple that are grown on a supreme dwarving rootstock. That rootstock is going to make for a very small, compact tree. I love growing columnar apples along walkways that are frequently trafficked. It's such a great feeling to be able to just walk up to the car on the way to work and grab an apple for a snack. Easily within reach, all these apples. They're not going to get too much bigger than this.
Hey, if you like this video, we got a lot more for you. Check it out at the Wild Sprout channel.